New poll finds surge in support for Labour in rural areas could put top Tories, including Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, at risk of losing their seats at the general election. The Conservatives currently hold 96 of the 100 most rural seats in England by Greg Heffer, political correspondent. For Mail Online published, 12:25 British Summer Time, the 28th of May 2023, updated, 12:35 British Summer Time, the 28th of May 2023. Top cabinet ministers could be at risk of losing their seats at the general election amid a surge in support for Labour among rural voters, a new poll has found. The Survation survey found support for Sir Keir Starmer's party had risen by 16 percentage points, to 35%, since 2019 in England's 100 most rural constituencies. This put Labour only 5 points behind the Tories who, by contrast, saw an 18 percentage points fall in their support, to 41%. The Conservatives currently hold 96 of the 100 most rural seats in England, but the research, conducted for the Country Land, it indicated constituencies such as North East Somerset, held by former Business Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg, and Sherwood, held by Tory former Chief Whip Mark Spencer, would fall to Labour. South West Surrey, the constituency of Chancellor Jeremy Hunt and which has been Conservative since 1983, would fall to the Liberal Democrats, the study found. The CLA suggested that Mel Stride, the Work and Pension Secretary who is MP for Central Devon, and Mark Harper, the Transport Secretary who is MP for Forest of Dean, were also threatened by falling rural support for the Tories. Mark Tufnell, president of the CLA, said, "In recent years, we've seen how quickly communities which feel left behind can rewrite the electoral map. In 2024, it could be the countryside's turn. There is a simple truth: no political party has at present shown that it understands, let alone shares, the aspirations of rural communities. The outdated planning regime holding rural businesses back, the lack of affordable housing driving families out, the outdated infrastructure limiting entrepreneurs' potential, it is all having a devastating impact. Any party which is willing to develop a robust and ambitious plan for the rural economy will secure significant support. Any party that wants to treat the countryside as a museum will be punished." The poll of more than 1,000 people in rural areas found 36% of those asked agreed that the Tories understands and respects rural communities and the rural way of life. This compared to 34% who disagreed and 30% who said they didn't know. For Labour, 31.6% agreed that the party understands and respects rural communities and the rural way of life, while 31% disagreed and 37.4% said they didn't know. More than two-thirds, 69%, said the government was not doing enough to address the cost of living crisis in rural communities. And more than two-fifths, 44%, said reforms to the planning system would help stimulate growth in rural communities, compared to 26% who said it wouldn't. Over the past 2 years, the Tories have been stung by by-election defeats to the Lib Dems in Chesham and Amersham, North Shropshire and Tiverton and Honiton. Ad block test. Why?